Can it just be game time already?
I'm ready for it.
I'm tired of coming back on cam. I want to watch some Hogs basketball taking on the 7-seeded Kansas Jayhawks. A lot of excitement going around the state of Arkansas for this one, obviously. A lot of excitement going around the station. I mean, it has been a buzz really since, I think, Sunday. I mean, maybe even before that, everybody's speculating where the Hogs would end up. For the most part, pretty favorable. I don't know if you know this, on the desk we have a very social butterfly, Mr. Parker Abels over there. He talks to everybody, so we said, Parker, why don't you just grab a camera? And you did, and what'd you come up with here?
Yeah, well, I just walked around the newsroom to ask everybody who they thought was going to win, how the Hogs were going to do. And there's actually a lot of optimism in the newsroom about how the Hogs are going to do, so.
I think after they beat Kansas, that might be the end. National championship, I've got Florida winning the national championship.
Hey you guys, I think Arkansas is going to make it to the second round perhaps, and I definitely think Houston is going to win the national championship.
I think Arkansas is going to make the Elite Eight. I think they have the potential to do so, despite what some people say. And I also think that Florida is going to win the national championship.
I have Arkansas making it to the Elite Eight. Seems like it's our sweet spot from a few years ago. I have Duke winning the national championship.
Arkansas at least gets to the Sweet 16 so that we start off on the right foot with Calipari. I've got Houston taking it all the way and getting the championship this year.
I think Arkansas is going to win the whole thing.
So my prediction is that Arkansas makes it to the second round and Duke wins the national championship.
I think Arkansas is going to make it to the Sweet 16, and Auburn's going to win it all.
You know what? I think Arkansas is going to go Sweet 16. Dare I say they're going to go all the way.
A lot of optimism there.
A ton of optimism. Now comes the bad part for us. We have to put our predictions up against them, and we'll get to the Hogs here in just a second. But we kind of want to look at the rest of the Hogs bracket here. So, Parker, you interviewed them. Let's start with you. How do you see the West region on the East Coast shaking out?
Yeah, well, like Robin, I think Drake is going to take down Missouri in the upset. I do think Texas Tech is going to get past UNC Wilmington pretty easily, and St. John's probably going to blow the roof off of Omaha, in my opinion.
Parker, were you looking at my bracket? Because literally, I have the same thing. I think Drake over Mizzou. I think Texas Tech, obviously, that's a nice win there. St. John's, even though people have been talking about Omaha as a sleeper, I like the Johnnies here.
Yeah, they're going to stay asleep because St. John's is going to put them to bed in their matchup as we look at mine, and clearly you both just copied off of me. As I also reveal here where Arkansas is going as we segue through, but looking at the bigger picture, I've got Drake pulling the upset. Go Bulldogs. We got the Red Raiders getting through pretty easily, getting them into the Sweet 16. Arkansas beating Kansas. I got St. John's winning, and I got to tell you guys, there is just something magical about this Arkansas team. I said it earlier in the show. I've been harping on this statistic all season long. Arkansas plays good teams well. That's what they do. I don't know if it's the Coach Cal effect. I don't know if the players just step up to the moment. But as we cycle back through and look at our brackets, can we pull them up one more time? This Razorback team, I like their makeup here. Robin.
Well, let's see. I have the Hogs taking down the Jayhawks tonight, but I have St. John's coming out on top and meeting Texas. I know, don't drag me. But I have Texas Tech and St. John's meeting in the Sweet 16 all the way out in sunny California.
San Francisco.
What about you, Parker?
Well, you're going to be the bad guy because I also have Arkansas going to the Sweet 16, beating both Kansas and St. John. Let's see if we can get that bracket up. But then I have them taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders in the Sweet 16. I do think that's where the Hogs ultimately fall to the Red Raiders. There it is. There we go.
Yes, follow the red Arkansas to Parker's pick there. Sweet 16. Do you have Texas Tech winning? Where do we see it going from there, Parker, since yours is up?
Yeah, I got the Red Raiders topping the Hogs there. They make it to the Elite Eight. But Florida's going to get out of the West. Florida's going to win the national championship.
Ooh. Okay, so I don't agree with that. I agree with Texas Tech beating out St. John's for me in the Elite Eight. However, I got Houston. I'm a Texas girl, so I gotta stay at home. I got the Cougs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say Texas Tech also beats Arkansas. The run ends in the Sweet 16. But for Cal's first year, that is a magical run. And that magical run is about to begin in just 13 minutes. Coach Cal and the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. I'm Alex Stewart, Robin Hearn, Parker Abels. March Madness begins for the Hogs right now.